pack your bags because very soon, a woman who has grey hair is going to arrive. And she's not just here to visit. She's coming with something so important, so surprising, that your entire life will begin to shift in ways you never expected. My child, this is not a regular moment. This is a divine appointment. Her arrival is not random. She has been sent, chosen, guided by me. Because there are answers you've prayed for, answers that you've cried about when no one was watching, and I've seen it all. You were never alone, even on the nights when your heart was heavy and your hands were trembling. This woman is carrying a message, not in words only, but in presence. In her energy, in her timing, in her silence, in her tears, and yes, even in her grey hair, there is a sign. Because grey hair is not just age. It's wisdom. It's stories. It's survival. And I have assigned this moment for your crossing point. You have waited, you have endured, and now I'm sending you the person who will make you feel like the wait had a purpose. This is not just about who she is. This is about what she's bringing. A release. A shift. A miracle hidden in a very ordinary moment. You may not recognize it when she first enters. You might doubt it. You might think, is this the one, Lord? But listen closely. Watch her eyes. Feel her silence. There is something heavenly within her. You'll feel it. You'll know it. Something in your soul will rise. And I want you to know this. I've seen the battles you never told anyone about. I've seen how you helped others when you needed help yourself. I've seen how you smiled when your heart was breaking. You didn't break. You just bent and waited. You bent under the pressure, but you didn't collapse. And now, my child, now it's time. That woman is coming not just with news, but with keys. Yes, keys. She will hold the words that unlock what has been shut for years. She will say something so simple, and yet your soul will cry. Not because it's sad, but because it's finally true. Because someone will speak what you've been carrying in silence for years. Love letter before we go further. If this message is already pulling your heart towards something greater, don't scroll away. I want you to pause and take a second to subscribe right now. Because every message I send to you is timed, divine, and destined to find you. Don't miss the next one. Heaven speaks through signs, and this is one of them. Now back to this moment. This woman has walked through her own pain. You won't even realize how strong she is at first. But as she talks, you will see scars. Not physical. Spiritual. Emotional. She carries the kind of strength that isn't loud. The kind of healing that doesn't scream, it whispers. She may come with a suitcase. Or she may come with nothing but a paper in her hand. You may meet her at a doorway. You may meet her at a place you didn't plan to go. But the second your eyes meet, something will move inside of you. You may feel peace. You may feel heat. You may feel goosebumps. But you will not feel the same again. And let me say this, My dear child, don't judge her by her appearance. She may look fragile, but she's been forged in fire. She's been through losses you couldn't imagine. But through it all, she never gave up hope. She believes in you. Even before she's met you, her spirit already recognizes yours. You are being prepared. That's why so many things in your life were delayed recently. Not denied, just timed perfectly. Because her arrival is connected to something you asked me for long ago. And if you had received it earlier, you wouldn't have handled it the same. But now you are ready. Ready to receive. Ready to hear. Ready to remember who you truly are. She may say something that sounds like a memory. You'll hear her words and feel like you've heard them before. You haven't. It's just your soul remembering. Because sometimes, my child, the future sends signals to the present. And you're standing in one of those signals now. She is not your enemy. She is not a stranger. She is a guide, a messenger, a mirror of your future self. And when she touches something in your room, when she asks something that feels random, when she looks at a photo or mentions a date or a city or a dream you almost gave up on, don't ignore it. That is me speaking to you. Through her. I know you've been tired. You've been asking me, God, when will it finally change? This is how it begins. With someone who doesn't look like the answer, but is. With someone you didn't pray for specifically, but is holding the answer to a prayer you forgot you prayed. Now listen carefully, because this part is important. She won't stay long. She's not meant to. She's not here to live with you. She's not coming to take from you. She's coming to activate you. And then she will leave. And when she does, don't be sad. Because what she unlocks in you will remain. You will suddenly feel the urge to do things you've been postponing. To clear your room. To call someone. To cancel something. To write a letter. To forgive someone. To look at yourself in the mirror and say, I deserve better. That's not random. That's me. Working. Through you. Using her. More is coming, so much more, but I want you to sit in this moment. Feel it. Feel the energy shifting in your house. There's a reason why lately, even your sleep has changed. You feel a pull at night. You wake up at strange hours. Your body feels like it's being pulled towards something. That's spiritual movement. Your spirit is getting ready to receive. Keep watching. You've been asking me silently, God, give me a sign. And I'm giving you one. Right now. Through these words. Through this moment. And through the one who is coming with grey hair and ancient grace. This woman has walked through storms that would have drowned others. She carries both the softness of a mother and the firmness of a prophet. You won't see it at first. But her spirit will speak louder than anything she says aloud. She may sit in silence with you. Or she may tell you a story that seems disconnected from your life. But don't miss the meaning. I hide my messages in the ordinary. In stories. In sentences. In small gestures. Even in the way she drinks her tea or the way she observes your surroundings. I am speaking. And I want you to be still enough to catch it. Too many people miss my voice because they are too loud inside. But you, my child, you've been quiet lately. Not out of peace, but out of exhaustion. And even in that silence, I have been preparing your heart to hear me again. There is a reason why you've been disconnected from certain people lately. Why you've lost interest in places you once loved. Why you no longer fit into some conversations. I'm cutting the noise around you so that you can hear the divine frequency again. I'm removing those who drain your light so the woman who carries truth can walk in. I'm not taking from you. I'm aligning you. And yes, this will feel strange at first. You may feel emotional without knowing why. You may cry in front of her even though you don't cry easily. You may feel an urge to open up your heart like never before. Let it happen. Let your heart breathe again. You've kept too much locked away for too long. And this moment, this divine visitation, is not about answers alone. It's about healing. This woman will remind you of something you lost. Maybe a grandmother. Maybe your inner child. Maybe a version of yourself that used to believe more easily. But through her, I will whisper things to your soul that words cannot touch. And when she places her hand on your shoulder or looks you in the eyes, you will feel my presence. You will feel my love in a new way. You've been surviving. But now I want you to live. You've been doing what you had to do. But now I want you to rise into what you were created to do. This is not just about encouragement. This is about activation. A door is opening and she has been assigned to stand at the threshold with you. She is not here to save you because you are not broken. She is here to remind you that your power never left. It was just buried beneath pain, beneath disappointments, beneath exhaustion. But it's time. I'm calling it out. I'm pulling it back to the surface. Through a woman who walks slowly, but carries fear in her bones. Don't ignore the details when she arrives. Her name. Her timing. What she notices first. What she touches. What she compliments. What memory she triggers. Every detail matters. Because nothing I do is random. I am a God of intention. And everything I send you carries purpose. Even pain. Even delays. Even this woman. Let her speak. Let her stay for as long as she needs to. Whether it's 2 minutes, 2 hours, or 2 days. Her presence is like an echo from heaven. She will not know it fully herself, but I will be speaking through her. And even after she leaves, her words will echo in your heart for days. Your mind might try to analyze it. You might second guess it. That's okay. But remember, your spirit already knows. Trust what you feel in your soul, even if your mind takes time to catch up. Oh my child, you are standing at the edge of a new chapter. And it doesn't begin with fanfare. It begins with a knock. A gray-haired woman. A quiet moment. A divine spark. You are ready. You may not feel it, but I see it. I know what you carry. I know what you've survived. I know how hard it has been just to stay soft in a world that tried to harden you. But you stayed kind. You still believe in love, even when it disappointed you. You still pray, even when answers feel late. You still show up for others, even when you feel empty inside. I see it all. And now, it's your turn. Your turn to receive. Your turn to be surprised. Your turn to breathe without fear. Your turn to laugh and mean it. Your turn to look at yourself and see what I've always seen. Someone worthy of miracles. Someone hand-picked for purpose. Someone who's about to experience a full circle moment. And that moment begins when she arrives. This is not just about a person. It's about alignment. It's about divine timing. It's about how I work through people to reach you. It's about how I use ordinary vessels to carry extraordinary blessings. Don't reject what doesn't look like your idea of a miracle. Because often, I wrap my biggest answers in humble appearances. She might speak about something unrelated. And yet, it will pierce your spirit. Because my voice hides in the layers. Listen with your heart, not just your ears. You've been saying, I feel something coming. And you're right. This is it. This is the beginning. She's coming not just for you, but because of you. You've been chosen to receive something others overlooked. You've been found worthy by heaven to be trusted with a deeper truth. Don't waste this moment. When she knocks on your door, something inside you will pause. It might feel like déjà vu, a flicker, a familiar energy that you can't explain. That's your spirit recognizing the divine. You've seen her before, not with your eyes, but in your dreams. Maybe you don't remember. But your soul remembers. And that's all that matters. Because I've sent her, my child. This is no accident. She may walk slowly. Her footsteps may be soft. But with every step she takes toward you, heaven is moving. The air around you will shift. Don't be surprised if your heart starts to race. That's not fear. That's recognition. That's your soul preparing to receive something sacred. Something overdue. You might feel like crying even before she speaks. Let it come. Let the tears fall. You've held so much in for so long. You've been strong for everyone. But now I'm letting someone be strong for you. There's something she knows, something I whispered to her in a moment of stillness. She may not even understand why she's coming to you. She just knows she has to. That's how my messengers often move, by obedience, not understanding. And her obedience is your miracle. She might talk about something that seems far away from what you're dealing with. But listen carefully. Between her words, I've hidden my answers. Between her pauses, I've placed my comfort. Between her silences, I've woven my strength. And my dear child, I need you to pay attention to how you feel around her. You won't feel judged. You won't feel small. You won't feel like you need to pretend. In fact, for the first time in a long time, you will feel seen. Really seen. Not the version of you that tries to stay strong for the world, but the one behind the smile. The real you. You may feel like you've failed lately. Like nothing's moving. Like prayers are going unheard. But listen to me now. Nothing has been wasted. Not your tears. Not your waiting. Not even the mistakes. I've used every piece of your journey to set this moment in motion. And this woman with grey hair. She is the sign you didn't know you were asking for. She may give you something. A note. A small item. A story. And when you hold it, something will unlock in your spirit. You'll remember who you are. You'll remember what you carry. And you'll begin to believe again in ways that felt impossible just days ago. I want you to get ready. Clean the space around you, not just your home, but your heart. Release the bitterness. Clear the clutter. Make room. Because blessings need space to land. I'm not just preparing a moment. I'm preparing you. Because you were never forgotten. Never overlooked. You've always been part of a plan far bigger than the pain you faced. Pack your bags. Yes, I meant that literally too. Because after this meeting, there will be movement. Maybe not immediately. But soon. A door will open. A location will change. A shift will take place. And you'll know it's not a coincidence. It's confirmation. This woman didn't just show up. She was sent as the bridge between where you've been and where you're going. You will hear things like, I was just thinking of you. Or, I don't know why I'm telling you this, or, something told me to come here. That's me. Moving through her. Don't dismiss those words. Don't brush them off. Catch them. Treasure them. They are seeds for your next season. And one more thing, you may feel afraid. Afraid to hope again. Afraid to believe something good could finally happen to you. But my child, you don't have to carry that fear anymore. I am not giving you false hope. I'm giving you real signs. This is not imagination. This is manifestation. This is fulfillment. This is me. You may want to ask her questions. Or maybe you won't say anything at all. Either way, it's okay. Let your spirit speak where your words fail. I'm present in every part of this. Every second. Every breath. This woman's arrival is like rain after drought. Gentle, quiet, but everything will begin to grow again. In you. Around you. Through you. Even things you thought were dead will show signs of life. Even the dream you buried with your own hands, it's still alive. It's just been sleeping. And now, it's waking up. Because of her. Because of me. Because of you. I know you feel like you've missed out. Like time has passed. Like others got ahead while you stayed behind. But what if I told you, you weren't behind? You were hidden. Protected. Preserved. Because what's ahead of you requires strength that couldn't be built in comfort. And now you're ready. Yes, I said ready. Even if you don't feel like it. You don't need all the answers. You just need to be open. Open your door. Open your heart. Open your eyes to see what I've placed in front of you. This isn't about luck. This is about purpose. And this woman is walking directly into your life because heaven said, now. She may leave quickly. Maybe without saying goodbye the way you expect. Maybe without even realizing what she's done for you. But after she goes, the room will feel different. The energy will feel clearer. And your mind, though still racing, will start to untangle. That heaviness you've been carrying silently will lift a little. And you'll breathe in a way you haven't breathed in months. Maybe even years. That's not her power, child. That's mine. That's what it feels like when I move. That's what it feels like when you've just stepped into your appointed moment. This is where everything begins to shift. Where things that made no sense will start making all the sense in the world. Delays that used to frustrate you will now feel like divine protection. And people who walked away. You'll understand they were part of my plan, too. Because if they hadn't left, this woman couldn't enter. Some things had to break open. Some goodbyes had to hurt. Some tears had to fall. Because all of them made room. And now, here you are. The door is open. The woman is walking through it. And you are not the same person you were even a week ago. You're stronger. Softer. More awake. And finally ready to receive. And I know, child, that you've had moments recently where you wondered if I forgot you. You've scrolled through your phone, seen people celebrating, living, moving forward. And you wondered, why not me? You felt stuck. You felt small. You questioned everything you've done right. But I never stopped writing your story. I was just building a chapter that needed silence. A chapter that needed mystery. A chapter that needed your heart to go deeper before your hands could receive more. And now it's time to turn the page. And listen to me carefully. This woman is not your savior. I am. But I'm using her. Because you needed a face to look into. You needed someone who's walked through fire and didn't burn. You needed to see that healing is possible even after decades of pain. She will carry my message, not just through her mouth, but through her presence. Through the way she holds herself. Through the way she listens to you. Through the way she loves without needing to understand your full story. Because I already know your full story. You don't have to explain everything to her. Let your heart rest. Let my spirit do the talking. I am arranging this conversation in heaven's timing. You just be you. The raw you. The unfinished, still healing, quiet, but brave version of you. That's who I want present when she arrives. You don't need to perform for love anymore. You don't need to impress people to be worthy of being chosen. You don't need to explain why you've been distant, why you've been tired, why you felt numb some days. I already know. And I've told her what she needs to know. Not your private pain. No, that's still sacred between me and you. But I've given her just enough to love you in your quietness. Enough to walk in and not disturb your space, but bless it. Enough to speak a word that will live in your soul for the rest of your life. You see, when I send people into your life, they're never random. And I'm not done sending. But this woman, she's the one I've been preparing you for. You're not crazy for feeling that someone important is about to show up. That sense you have. That urgency. That inner restlessness that makes you feel like something's about to shift. It's not just energy. It's prophecy. It's confirmation. It's your spirit dancing before the miracle. You've had dreams. You've had signs. You've seen numbers. You've caught patterns. And deep down, you've known something is near. You just didn't know it would be someone so simple. So human. So quiet. But remember, I don't always send thunder. Sometimes I send whispers. Sometimes I send people who look like they're passing through, but they carry eternity in their words. Child, when she sits in your home, if even for 5 minutes, don't rush it. Don't fill the silence with nervous talk. Let the moment breathe. Let your soul settle. Let your spirit stretch. Because in her presence, healing will begin in places you didn't know were still broken. And maybe you'll remember a time when you were the one visiting others. When you were the messenger. When you were the comforter. This is your harvest. The seeds you sowed years ago, the kindness you gave without applause, it's all coming back. This moment is a holy echo. Don't worry about what happens after she leaves. I'll guide you. Don't worry about what people will say. I'll protect you. Don't worry if you cry. I'll hold you. Just be present. That's all I need from you now. Because sooner than you think, there will be a knock. Or a call. Or a message. Or maybe you will just see her while you're out, and your heart will know it's her. And when it happens, don't hesitate. Welcome her. Honor her. Receive her. Because in doing so, you're receiving me. You may not realize it right away, but everything will begin to shift after this meeting. Not just on the outside, but inside your heart. That place in you that has felt dry, quiet, ignored, it will start beating again with purpose. You'll begin to wake up each day with a little more clarity. A little more trust. A little more strength. She won't say, "This is your miracle." She won't know the full assignment I've given her. But her presence will do something to your atmosphere. Your body will feel safer. your mind will slow down. Your questions may not all be answered in words, but your soul will feel heard in ways it never has. And you'll feel it again that night when you're alone in your room, this deep, peaceful stillness. Like something sacred passed through and rearranged the air around you. That's not imagination, my child. That's spiritual realignment. That's heaven brushing against your world. So don't brush this off. Don't talk yourself out of believing that I care enough to send someone just for you. Because I do. I care that much. And you've doubted it lately, haven't you? You've wondered if maybe I was too busy for your kind of problems. You thought I had more important people to help. You whispered, maybe I don't matter enough. But that's why I'm sending her, not to fix you, but to remind you that you were never forgotten. Not for a moment. This is how I move. Gently. Unexpectedly. Through people who've been broken, through stories that feel ordinary, through voices that carry hidden power. You've asked me for signs. You've begged me for direction. You've stood in the hallway between decisions, between past and future, between hope and hesitation. And this meeting. This woman with grey hair. She is the one I chose to walk you through the door you've been standing in front of all this time. The door is not locked anymore. You don't need a key. You just need courage. And I'm giving it to you. Through her. And after she leaves, you may feel emotional for a few days. That's normal. That's your spirit processing what your mind cannot yet explain. Let yourself feel it. Don't rush past this. The breakthrough you've been praying for doesn't always come aloud. Sometimes it comes like a breeze. Sometimes it arrives wearing grey and speaking softly. Sometimes it arrives exactly like this. And oh, my child, I'm not stopping here. This is just the beginning. After her visit, doors will begin to open. Conversations will begin to happen. Things you thought were dead will start to bloom again. You'll find yourself saying things like, I don't know why, but I feel lighter. That's me. That's the shift. That's how heaven moves. Not always with lightning, but with alignment. You'll begin to meet people who are connected to your purpose. You'll notice how situations that used to drain you will now fall away without struggle. You'll feel clearer, sharper, softer all at once. And your faith, the one that's been flickering in the wind, will begin to burn again. You won't need to try so hard anymore. The moment you've been asking for has been set in motion. And no, you don't need to beg me for it. You just need to receive it. Let me love you like this. Let me surprise you. Let me give you beauty for the ashes you've been quietly holding all this time. This isn't a test. It's a gift. And it's coming wrapped in grey hair, wisdom, presence, and timing. I told you to pack your bags for a reason. It's not a metaphor only. It's a preparation. Maybe not for a physical journey right away, but for a life shift. You're about to move emotionally, spiritually, and yes, even physically. When I move, I move in every area. Don't be surprised when the small changes begin to ripple into bigger breakthroughs. And when you see the shift happening, I want you to pause for one moment and say, God, I see you because I'll be there. In the email you didn't expect. In the phone call that reconnects you to someone who matters. In the opportunity that finds you without effort. In the clarity that floods your mind at 2 a.m. for no reason. I will be there because I have always been. Even when you couldn't feel me. Even when you didn't understand why things hurt so much. Even when you sat in the quiet of your room thinking no one noticed how hard you were trying. I noticed. And that's why you're here. That's why she's coming. That's why this next season will feel like divine revenge on everything that tried to break you. No more delay. No more questioning your worth. No more begging for what you were born to receive. The time has come. And yes, yes, my child, you are ready.